Hello, today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. That's for the days that I do wear makeup because most days I don't. But when I do, these are the products that I like to use, and the best part about it is that everything is totally vegan, totally cruelty-free, which is really important to me since I'm a vegan. And I know a lot of you are asking for this type of video where I show my favorite vegan beauty products, makeup, and brushes and all of that. So this is that video. So when I went vegan, it was important for me to find makeup brushes that were cruelty-free, that don't have any animal hair. So I have this makeup brush set from Vanity Planet. It's completely vegan, synthetic bristles that don't shed, and no animal hair whatsoever, thank God, because first of all, that's sad, and I don't support that, and second, animal hair brushes tend to harbor a lot of bacteria. These do not do that. They are allergen-free, which is really great, especially if you have sensitive skin. And it comes in a case, which is great for travel. The case is also great because it's completely vegan, and the case has that vegan leather look, but it's actually made from lychee fruit shells, which I think is really interesting. And I actually like to just keep these brushes in the case because it keeps it clean and there's no dust getting in it, or in my case, cat hair, because my cat gets all over everything. No cat hair in these brushes for me because I keep them in the case, and I like to just kind of open it and roll it out onto my bathroom counter where I do my makeup. So I like to keep it in there. Also, just look how pretty they are. These are birchwood handles and they're really sturdy, and I just love the wood look as well. It's really nice. So these are the brushes that I use daily, and I'm going to show you how I use them in this video for this look. Also, Vanity Planet has given me a discount code to give to you guys if you're interested in buying these makeup brushes. I'll have the information in the description box. I'll have a link to the brushes, and I'll have the code for you there. And when you use my code after checkout, you will get 70% off. That's amazing. You will get this brush set, 15 brushes for $30. They're usually $100. I think that's an amazing deal. So definitely take advantage of that code before it's gone. I've already moisturized my face, so I'm going to start with concealer. I use concealers instead of foundation because I find foundation to be a little bit too heavy for my skin, and I don't think that I need that heavy of coverage. So using concealer on areas of my face that I need it and then blending that out works as my foundation, so that's what I do. I'm starting with a concealer from e.l.f. because it's a little bit darker. To blend that, I'm going to use the flat top stippling brush. This brush is great for powders too, but I like it for the creamier products. Now I'm taking the Wet n Wild concealer that's lighter because I like to use this for areas of my face that I want to be a little bit brighter, and areas of my face that maybe have some darkness, so I want to lighten those up, like around here. Under the eyes. And to blend this out, I'm going to use the liquid foundation brush. I could have still used the flat top brush for this as well, but I like this one for getting up underneath the eyes. It's really nice. But I'm gonna start with it down here. This brush is a great shape for getting right underneath the eyes here, blending out that concealer. So now that the concealer is all done and blended, I'm going to powder my face, and for that I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder. And to apply it, I'm going to use the kabuki brush. This brush is so soft. I mean, they're all really soft, but I really love this one. And I love how big it is, so I can powder large areas of my face like this. It's really nice. Then I'm going to put on some bronzer. I'm using the Bahama Mama bronzer by theBalm. And to apply that, I'm using the powder slash blush brush. You can use it for anything. It's a great brush. It's actually one of my favorites in the whole kit, but I really like it for contour. Contour and putting bronzer just everywhere. I'm gonna start here. I'm not doing like a really defined contour or anything. I'm just putting it here I like to put it on my jawline. And then a little bit on the forehead. A little bit on the nose. After bronzer comes blush. This one is also from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Mellow Wine. Really love this shade. And for that, I'm going to use the little angled contour brush. I know I've got it all backwards using this one for bronzer and this one for blush, but there are no rules. You can use them however you want to. They're very versatile, which is great. I like this for blush because you can kind of like place it in a small area and then blend it out. Whereas sometimes when you use a bigger brush, like this one, you could just plop it there and then you're like, oh, I have a huge circle of blush on my face. So sometimes smaller is better. Also, I love this blush color. I think it looks really natural. And then for one of my favorite parts, I'm going to be highlighting. I'm using the Mary-Lou Manizer highlighter by theBalm. And for that, I'm using the large fan brush, which is perfect for highlighting. Just gonna get a little bit of that on here. And I just sweep it right here. This brush is so great for highlighting because it prevents you from getting highlighter everywhere. Like sometimes if I use a bigger brush, like in the past I've used ones as big as this for highlight and I'm doing this and then I'm getting highlighter like down here and just other places where I didn't really want it to go. So this brush definitely helps with the application of things and it just makes things a little more precise, which is really nice. All my face makeup is complete and now I can do the eyes and lips, but I'm gonna start with the eyebrows. So I've been using this e.l.f. brow pencil and mine's in the shade Taupe. Okay, eyebrows are done. So now we can move on to eyeshadow. I don't wear eyeshadow every day. I don't wear makeup every day. Most days I don't. But when I do, I like to stick to neutrals and the Lorac palette is great for that. I bought this before I was vegan and I didn't know until after I was vegan that it is cruelty free. I looked it up. I mean, I look everything up. I'm researching constantly about the products that I'm using and everything. But Lorac does not test on animals and I looked up the ingredients and there are no animal ingredients in this eyeshadow palette, so it's vegan. So to start, I'm gonna take the cream color, keeping it neutral on the lid, and to apply that, I'm going to use the large dome shader. This brush is great for getting color all over the lid because it's nice and big enough. Then I like to add some brown to the crease. Keeping it natural looking though, we're doing light brown. It's Taupe in this palette. And for that, I'm using this brush, it's the crease shader. This thing is so great. You can get right in the crease with a lot of precision. I love these small crease brushes like this, I always have. They're just so perfect for getting right in here. Because with some of the bigger ones, you can get that color everywhere and you don't always want that, so crease brushes are a must. And I think I actually want to take a little bit more color. I'm going to use the mauve color. I'm going to use this slightly bigger brush. It's the medium blending brush. I'm going to take that right on the outside here. Sort of where I put the brown and blend those together. I love this brush. I feel like I'm such a sucker for these eyeshadow crease blending brushes. Gotta have them. And I have so many too. It's like, why do I keep buying them? This one's really nice and so soft, but yet it's firm, so it just makes blending really easy. Okay, I think I'm done with that. No more. I don't like to go crazy on my eyeshadow. I don't wear crazy colors really ever, so I like to keep it neutral and pretty natural looking. Actually, I forgot, I'm gonna take a little bit of brown down here by the lash line. So for that, I'm gonna use the smudging brush. It's really great for that. Bristles are so tightly packed at the end, it's like perfectly pointed, so you can get right up under here. I think this is the best smudging brush that I've ever used. Just the shape of it is so perfect. Okay, now I think I'm done with the eyeshadow. Yeah, I'm done. So next I'm gonna put on some mascara. This is also by Wet n Wild. It's the Megalength mascara. Man, this mascara is really good for being, well, I got it on sale for $2.99. I think it's regularly $5.99, but man, it's crazy what you can get at the drugstore. And it just happens to be vegan, which is just an added bonus for me. Now the last thing is lips. So I'm using this Wet n Wild, it's called the Megalast Liquid Catsuit matte lipstick. It dries matte, which is really nice. I feel like I've used so much Wet n Wild in this video, I have. But it's just because it's so cheap and it's good and it's vegan, which is amazing. I don't know if they were always vegan, but in the past year or maybe more, they've started labeling their makeup as cruelty-free, and some products say specifically vegan, and that's just peace of mind for me. So I really like going right to Wet n Wild, and they've come out with some new stuff recently, so I've been enjoying trying that. But I like to apply this with the applicator it comes with first, and then before it dries, to get it just right, I like to use this lip liner brush, also from this set. I love how it has this cover on it. Also has the wood, which I love. So I'm going to use this just to even everything out, get it perfect before it dries. So I gotta move quickly. I'm gonna go in with that brush. This brush actually helps a lot because once this dries, it does not go anywhere. This is the kind that stays on your lips and you're gonna have trouble getting it off, which is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes you want that. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you'll want to try out some of these vegan products that I've introduced you to. Maybe you already use them, I hope so. Don't forget to look down below in the description for the link for these makeup brushes. You can get them, again, 70% off, so you can get them for $30 with my code. They're originally $100 and they're really great quality and seriously the softest brushes I've ever felt. So check that out if you're interested. Thank you for watching and have a great day.